Hello everyone, welcome back to another session of AWS Mastery course. And in this particular session, we are starting with a very important thing, which is ELB, or we can say Elastic Load Balancers. So in this particular session, we are going to understand what are Elastic Load Balancers and what exactly we can understand from Elastic Load Balancer, what exactly the purpose of Elastic Load Balancer. So we are going to learn each and everything in this particular session. So now let's start the session. So in this particular session, we are going to learn about the elastic load balancer, and we are going to understand what exactly elastic load balancing is. So now let's understand what is elastic load balancing. So load balancing is basically kind of a service by AWS which automatically distributes the incoming application traffic across multiple targets, something like EC2 instances or containers or the IP address we are having. So let's suppose we are having different instances running with us, and whenever we are going to have multiple traffics, so it is going to balance the load, it is going to distribute this load amongst the different targets. So what are the key features? So the key features is high availability, because it is being the traffic is being distributed. Okay, so why we are just understanding this, because in the very starting of our training, I have already told you about the elastic load balancing and all, but here we are just studying about this in a detailed manner as well. Then we are having automatic scaling. So whenever there will be a high traffic, it will be having the automatic scaling based on the varying traffic load. Then we are having health monitoring. So based on the traffic or based on the targets which we are having, we can actually monitor the health of our traffic or the load balancer which we are actually using. Apart from that, why we are using, so it actually improve the fault tolerance. There is a I can say whenever there is any kind of fault or disaster or any kind of breakdown, so it is going to help us a lot. Then we are having automatically reroute traffic. So if there are multiple targets and if the first one target is gets failed, so it is going to reroute to the healthy instances. Then we are having enhanced security. Then we are having, it can integrate from with multiple AWS services, or I can say security services, whether it is AWS Shield or WAF, anything. Then we are having better performance, it actually gives the better performance when we are just saying we are using elastic load balancer. Then it we are having optimizes resource use and improves response time for end user. So it actually optimize the resource use. So overall, we can understand load balancer is a kind of service which distributes the incoming traffic to the different targets. Why? Because if one target is having a very huge traffic and one thing is not having the huge traffic, so let's suppose we are having three servers, like server 1, server 2, server 3, and one server is having very huge traffic and the second server is not having the traffic, third server is sitting idle. So if we are if we are adding the elastic load balancer with this particular setup, then whatever the traffic we are going to get, it is going to distribute that traffic into these three server in a very even manner, means equally it is going to distribute the traffic. And also, the thing is, if there is out of these three server, if any one server gets failed, then it is going to reroute the traffic from that failed server to the healthy server. So this is what we can understand from elastic load balancer. So there are lots of type of elastic load balancer, but this thing we are going to learn in the upcoming session. So I hope you guys have understood elastic load balancer. So you got the overall kind of overview of elastic load balancers and what are elastic load balancers and what we can actually do with elastic load balancers. You have learned each and everything in this particular session. So that's it for now. Let's meet in the next session. Till then, just take care of yourself. Thank you so much.